Resilience is, in my mind, the ability for someone or something to weather some form of adversity and come back as close to normal as you can afterwards because of the planning, the preparation, the mitigating measures you put in beforehand.
What is the future for cities? Do you want to learn more about them? Do you want to know how others think about them? Do you want to be part of the conversation? Then this is the right place.
Welcome to What is the Future for Cities podcast. I will interview Keygan Huckleberry, Emergency Management Officer in Christchurch. We will talk about his vision for the future of cities, disaster resilience, urban planning with evacuation in mind, safe cities, agreement on urban challenges, and many more.
You can look at it in a number of ways. We often talk about the four environments in emergency management: the social environment, the built environment, the natural environment, and the economic environment. And so resilience for one of those doesn't necessarily mean resilience across the others. Some don't. And so you have to choose which environments you're going to make resilient. For us, in my line of work and my colleagues, 90% of it is the social environment or the human factor. We do what we do because there are people in communities at risk. The analogy I use is if there's a massive landslide in a forest in the backcountry where no one lives, or some farmer's paddock where a couple of sheep impacted. New Zealand, we have a lot of sheep, so it's a very real possibility. That's not an emergency. We don't spool up and deal with that just because the landslides happen there. However, if there's a landslide in our city of Christchurch and it is covering 30 homes and has caused fires and stuff like that, it is an emergency. The only differentiation between them is that people are impacted. Our whole purpose of being is to serve people that are at risk.
Find out more in episode 282 with Keygan Huckleberry on the
What is the Future for Cities podcast.